quickly to our lesson. As I told you, your strings range from 4, and it starts from the bottom string, which is the first string, which is your G. Your next string up is your D string, which is the second string, and your next string up is your third string, which is your A, and your next string up is your fourth string, which is your E. Now all those notes I just played are called open notes. And what that means is you're playing the string without placing your hand on the guitar or your fingers on what they call a fret. What a fret is on a guitar is a section of notes. So basically you have 1 fret, 2 fret, 3 fret, 4 fret, 5 fret. And we're going to deal with the first 5 frets because the song is within that range. I call the frets a range. We only come out of the range one time for a little break in the song, and I'll show you that real quickly. So primarily we put it all together by understanding what our notes are with our open strings, G, D, A, E, and then they start over at the beginning of a fret. Okay? So this is not to teach you the bass right off the bat, but it's just to get you familiar with some strings. And I can show you how to play a song without you even have to know what you're playing or notes you're playing. So I'm going to talk to you about positions and phrases. A position is just, I'm going to tell you what fret and what string you should be on when you're playing it. And a phrase is just a group of notes or frets that make up the song. So this particular song I pick is going to have several phrases, and all you have to do is memorize those phrases, learn the song, listen to the song, and you'll be able to play your first song without really knowing all that much about the bass. So let's get started. So the first note of this song I'm going to teach you is in D, and this D is on the 3rd string and the 5th fret. And that's how the beginning of the song starts. On that D, 5th fret, 3rd string. And the next part of that phrase, because that's the beginning of the phrase, the next part of that phrase is that's the next part of the phrase. Now that's going to be found on your 4th string, 3rd fret to the 5th fret. Your 3rd fret on the 4th string is your G, and your 5th fret is your A. So that beginning of that phrase starts like this. And what you're doing is you're bouncing on that 3rd fret on the 4th string, which is G, and then closing it out on the A like this. And that is to the A. And then you close this phrase out with this last little piece, which is from the 3rd string, 3rd fret, which is going to be your C, to on the 3rd string to the 5th fret, which is your D. So, and so this whole phrase goes like this. That's the first phrase of the song I'm teaching you, and it's repeated twice. Now you're going to move on to the next phrase, and the song starts on the 2nd phrase on your 4th string, 1st fret, which is your F, and it's you're going to hit that twice. So your 1st string, which is your F, your 4th string, which is your 1st fret, and it's F, you're hitting it twice. And so it's going to go like this. So it's going to start on the 4th string, which is your E, open E string, but it's going to be the 1st fret, which is your F, and it's going to start. And then what that is, that phrase is very simply this. It's the 1st string, 4th string, 1st fret, which is the F, and you're hitting it twice. And then you're going down to your 3rd string, 1st fret, which is your B flat, hitting that twice. And then you're going to your open on that 3rd string, which would be your A. to the B flat, and you're closing out on the 4th string 3rd fret G. And then to start that phrase over, you're going to hit the 3rd string 5th fret D twice, and then come back to the open E string, which is your 4th string, and open. So listen to how the phrase goes. Again, that is the 4th string 1st fret, which is F, twice, down to the 3rd string 1st fret B flat, hit that twice, open string 3rd string A, it's twice, back up to the 4th string 3rd fret G, and that closes out, and you start it over by going to the 3rd string 5th fret, double to the open 4th string, and that's the second phrase. So you're completely clear on the second phrase. I'm going to take you into the 3rd phrase, which comprises the song, the groove of the song, and we're almost done. You have one more phase. The beginning of the 3rd phrase starts on your 2nd string 3rd fret, which is going to be your F, and it's going to come up to your 3rd string 5th fret, which is your D. So it goes, and then you're going to move up, continue that phrase up to the 4th string 1st fret, which is F, to the 3rd fret G. So it's, and then you're going to continue on with the phrase with a open A, which is the 3rd string, and close that with the B flat, which is in the 1st fret of the 3rd string. So it goes, hitting that twice, back to the open, so it goes like this. So that phrase basically is your 2nd string 3rd fret up to your 3rd string 5th fret, up to your 4th string 1st fret to the 3rd fret, and open A, which is the 3rd string, to the 1st fret of the 3rd string B flat, hitting the B again 3 times, 4 times actually, ending it on the C, the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. So this is how that phrase goes. Now I'm going to take you to the bridge, and then we're going to close out. So the bridge is going to start on the 3rd string 3rd fret, which is your C, immediately up to the 4th string 1st fret F, down to the 3rd string 1st fret, which is your B flat. So it's going, and then you're going to come back to your 3rd string 5th fret, down to your 2nd string 3rd fret, and now we're coming outside of that, what I told you before, the frets, into the 6th fret of the 3rd string, which would be a D sharp, and then you're going to play what they call an octave, which would be on your 1st string 7th fret. An octave is just a high and low of a note. That's the high end of the note of D sharp. This is the low end. Yeah, sound the same, but one is low, one is high. So this particular bridge goes like this. And then it goes back in to the second phase, which is and then there's one last little piece of the song that is kind of and what that is, that's the third string, third fret, which is your C, to your B flat, which is the first fret on the third string, and immediately going to the third fret of the fourth string, which is G, back to the first fret of the third string, sliding down to the fifth fret of the third string, to the third fret of the third string, to the fifth fret of the fourth string, back to the third fret of the third string, back to the fifth fret of the third string, and hold it like this. So that whole sequence goes. And that is the whole song. So I just taught you the whole song and your notes, calling them out, where you don't even have to know the notes. Just go to the frets that I told you to go to and the strings I told you to go to. Practice those patterns. Just review this video and practice those patterns as I showed you and learned them. And now what I'm going to do for you